Hi, I'm Don Keller, and today we're going to talk about rigid boxes. What they are, the different types of rigid boxes, and why rigid boxes can add value to your product. Rigid boxes, sometimes known as setup boxes, got their name because of their construction. Unlike many retail boxes, which are made from a single thinner weight of coated stock, rigid boxes are made from a base using chipboard, which is then wrapped in a special paper, in this case printed paper, a fabric, or even a leather covering. Cigar boxes are an early example of a rigid box. I'm sure everyone is familiar with these. Because they're made of this rigid material and are then printed, it gives the manufacturer a chance to market and message the user as they open and use that box. And because this box is well made and can have other purposes, they last a long time. So your brand and your message, they stick with the consumer. People have a hard time throwing them away, and the marketing power lives on. There is a structural benefit of rigid boxes. They can accommodate fragile and/or heavier products and are used extensively in cosmetics, fragrance, jewelry, and spirits marketplace. Here are a few different types of rigid boxes. Now, these are just a few. We have the telescoping style, where two pieces, one fitting over another. Shoe boxes are a type of rigid box, a lower end but still a rigid box. Boxes with a hinged magnetic lid, more of a common, you might see this around quite a bit. We've got a tray and a sleeve. There's even a pyramid style. Rigid boxes can be constructed in almost any shape and style that you would want. Rigid boxes offer many types of opening experiences and can be embellished with inserts, special overlays, even special scents. Additional elements can be applied to rigid boxes too, such as gloss coatings, soft touch effects, foil stamping, ribbons, handles, and other premium printing techniques. All of these combine to give the user an experience when opening that box. Between its feel of the outer wrap, or the sound of the whooshing air, or the sound of that solid construction and the click of that magnetic closure, that tells a person they're getting something special every time they open that box. So if your product needs to have value associated with it, rigid boxes will be a good choice. Another good use for rigid boxes is a sales kit or a presentation box. These types of boxes help you present a product to customers or buyers, and many times can do that on their own. In these COVID times, when face-to-face meetings are limited, a sales kit can introduce and educate your customer without that in-person meeting. Let's talk about cost. As you can imagine, a rigid box does cost more than a normal retail box. A lot of times there's a fair amount of handwork involved in making these boxes. Handwork is something that a machine can't do. So no automation, that increases costs. Like any package printing project, making rigid boxes in higher quantities gives you a better per piece price. But that doesn't mean that we can't do small quantities as well. Going overseas for these items is one way to get that done at a lower cost, but there'll be a longer production time, and you got to factor in your shipping time, sometimes as long as 6 to 8 weeks. If you have an interest in knowing what a rigid box may cost for your specific product and quantity, give us a call or click the link in the description below.